Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jean if you haven't been here before. And today, if you can't tell, guess who I'm trying to dress as right now? If you guessed Desi Perkins, you are right, because today we are testing out the Dose of Colors Desi x Katy collection. I bought a few things myself with my own money that I was most interested in, and I decided to do a video on it because obviously this is like one of the hottest products right now. And yeah, I received it about a week ago. The shipping came really fast. It was super easy to order. I ordered right when it launched. The reason I ordered this time is because the first time I kind of just like, I don't know why, I wasn't super into their collection. The only thing I really liked were the gloss and the highlights, but I was kind of late to it, so they totally sold out, was never available ever again, and I was so upset because I really wanted over-the-top gloss. And now for the second launch, they came back with some of the products from their first launch, and over-the-top was within the first launch that's now back, so I was like, okay, I need to order that gloss. And then, of course, I loved the palette this time. Definitely more me. I know I'd actually use it. And then I also ordered Fuego, which was from their first collection as well. So let's open this up. I want to show you the products, and then we are going to do an eye look. And then I'm going to use the gloss and the highlight and just kind of talk about my thoughts. And yeah. And also, it's 1 o'clock. I have to be somewhere at 1:45. So we're going to try and do this very fast, and I'm going to try not to talk too much. Let's dig in. So first of all, the packaging, of course, so cute, very Desi and Katy. Nice little card inside. You also get some really cute stickers. And let's start with the palette first, I guess. Let's do our eyes first. So this is the Friendcation Desi x Katy eyeshadow palette, and it comes with 10 shades? Yes, 10 shades. Let's open it up. Everything's very nude, rose goldy colored, super beautiful packaging. I love the packaging on the actual palette and the highlighter, this like metallic like fabric almost. I feel like no one has a palette that looks like this packaging wise, and I think it's very different and very glam. So when you open it up, it does have that rose gold packaging on the inside, and here are the colors. So what I love about this palette is they did really create something that you can use every day, but you can also add some really cool colors to it. All the matte shades, which I love, are just so easy, neutral, warm, beautiful, and then all the more glam shades are something a little more crazy. Today, I think I'm going to use just the matte shades and do something more simple, neutral. One, because I'm running low on time, and two, just because I feel like most people will use it for that. And then I also want to do another like just tutorial, not review-based video using some of the fun colors because I love the green and the blue in here. So if you guys want to see that, let me know down below. I'll probably film it anyways because I just want to for myself. I want to play with it. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can see a little bit better, and we will try an eye look. I'm going to start off with Basic. It is just this really pretty kind of nude base shade that you can apply all over the lid, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this kind of larger fluffy brush and apply this to my eyelids. I already have my full foundation and concealer on, so my eyelids are already prepped and primed. Now I'm just going to kind of set them down with a base shade, and I always do this, so I was really happy they included a shade like this. I know if you are more fair, they did say that you could probably use this as like your first transition color because it definitely has more of like a peachy, pinky color into it. Okay, so that went on pretty well, no complaints so far. I'm going to go in with this little bit lighter nude shade. This is called Necessary, and it just looks like a pretty basic, very light transition shade. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just kind of go in the crease with this. There's not a lot of kickback in this, which is actually very nice. So I'm just going to put this in my crease. It's actually showing up much darker than I thought it would when you just look at the pan, which is nice because I feel like this color will actually work for quite a variety of skin tones. Blending out very nice, and actually I feel like these are pigmented, but they're not just like crazy pigmented like I feel like is super trendy now with eyeshadows to have like the most pigment as possible. But at the end of the day, for the everyday person, I don't think that's always the best formula. I like this. It's very buildable, so you can really work with it and not kind of screw up right away with having too much pigment. It's a really, really pretty. That's a nice, just like throw in your crease every day and you are good to go. Next, I'm gonna go in with this more warmer tone brown. That is the shade Chiro. I can't say it like Desi does. Chiro, as I would say in American accent. And I'm gonna take a smaller little fluffy brush, dip into there a little bit, and just go in my crease again, but be much more focused and not blend it out as high and far as I did with that Necessary shade. This color is so pretty. It has just the right amount of warmth. Like, how easy is that? I'm literally doing this with no effort, I swear to God, guys. Like, this is just going on so nicely. It looks so pretty. Now, I probably wouldn't do this, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to take some of that more red cranberry matte shade that is called Girl Bye, I believe. Yes, Girl Bye. I wouldn't normally take this. I'm just not really into shades like this, but I'm going to take a little bit of that on the same brush and kind of just add that in there as well, just for... That one's definitely way more pigmented than the others. That's actually really pretty. I think I lied. I'm just always such like a neutrals girl that even just a little bit of color into my look can sometimes throw me off. But this color is really, really pretty. Like, how pretty. Now I'm going to take the darkest matte shade in the palette right here, which is called Cheens. And I'm going to take this flat fluffy brush, dip a little bit into there. This one seems a little more pigmented. And just kind of tap this on my outer half of my eye, outer corner, and kind of just blend in to those other shades. This is just adding some depth and bringing it into the center of the eye a little bit. And we'll actually probably apply a shimmer on the inner portion of our eye. Same thing, just kind of, these shadows are so easy to work with. I am amazed right now. And there's literally like almost no fallout, the tiniest bit of fallout. Like, how long has it been? It's been way under 10 minutes and I already have like a full, pretty dramatic eye look with a lot of pigment. Super easy, didn't really try. I used 3 brushes. That looks so pretty. Okay, I'm just going with that initial fluffy brush, no product on it, and just kind of blending out these edges a little bit. Okay, so now one of the colors in here that I've been super excited for is Just a Kiss. And like, I would relate Just a Kiss to the same thing as Over the Top Gloss, but in eyeshadow form. I've already actually swatched this. So what it is, it's almost just like a topper eyeshadow. It doesn't have any under pigment, it's just reflex themselves. But the reflex are so strong that it obviously looks like a full shadow, but technically there's no like base pigment, if that makes any sense. So you can apply this on its own and really pack it up, or you can apply over another shimmery shadow to give that like more pop. That would be great for a halo eye, which was my last video. I did a halo eye, so if you guys want to watch that, that would be a great shadow to pop right in the center. But for this video, since we have a little bit of a blank space on our inner lids, I kind of want to keep this matte, but again, for the sake of the video, I want to use another shadow so you guys can kind of see how this one works. I want to place that right on that blank space I have. I would normally probably use my finger, but with my nails, it's a little bit tricky, so we're going to go in with a brush and just tap this on my lid. It's almost just like loose glitter. I feel like this brush is not applying it how I would want to. It definitely has more fallout because it is just like flecks of shimmer and glitter in there. Let's try with our finger. Can you guys see that? See how much more pigment my finger gives? Okay, look at how pretty! Let's zoom out, that's too close. Too close. I'm gonna wipe away some of the fallout just with this powder brush. Really the only fallout I had was that glittery shade. And let's do the lower lash line. I think I'm just gonna take a bunch of those neutral colors and smear on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start with Cheer on the lower lash line, the warmest brown, and kind of smudge that. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that darker brown, which was called Jeans. jeans, just a tiny bit, and put it right on the outer. So there are the eyes. This palette, honestly, I've said it so many times now, so impressive. I cannot wait to use the other shades. Definitely going to be doing another video with these other shades. Let's move on to the highlighter because I think I want to use that like highlighting my inner corner, and I don't have highlighter on my face yet, so we need to do that. Again, the Unicorn is that same really pretty like rose gold nude color, and then also the actual packaging is the same as the palette, that metallic kind of fabric color. So pretty, honestly, one of my favorite things about this collection overall, and it looks really nice in these lights. So I picked up the shade Wego Highlighter. This is from their first collection. They brought this one back, and then they also came out with a secondary highlighter, which is a little bit of a darker shade. So if you guys are a much deeper skin tone, check out the other one. I think it's called Chasing the Sun, I believe. They're pretty similar, just one is a tiny bit darker. So this is the lighter shade, more gold. I can already swatch it. But I just remember watching Desi and Katy's Snapchats of them always like showing their highlight, and I was like, oh, I want it so bad, and it was completely out of stock. Let's try this on. I'm gonna use my Morphe M510 brush, which I've been using forever for highlighting. It gives such like a wet look. It's one of those highlighters you need to build up if you really want that glow, which is really nice. So pretty. It's definitely one of those wet highlighting looks. Take it on my favorite tiny little highlighting brush. It's less pigmented than I thought, but I think that's because it has more of like that wet look instead of like super crazy glittery. Also gonna take some on my Cupid's bow. This looks so good. I am so surprised how everything looks so nice and how fast I have done this with filming. Like when I film and do makeup tutorial, it adds so much more time, but I've done this literally in less than 15 minutes. Let's do the lips really quick, and then I'm gonna do my lashes and stuff off camera before I close this video out. So again, here is the lip gloss Unicorn, same kind of rose gold, really metallic, pretty Unicorn shade. And oh, also, I didn't say this about, I'm pretty sure the whole collection is, it must be because it says on this Unicorn, vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and gluten-free, which of course is amazing. I've already talked about this. I've actually already worn this. Sorry, I couldn't wait. So this is the over-the-top gloss. So pretty. This is like a super high reflective gloss. It's basically like a sheer clear gloss with lots of gold, really pretty reflex in it. Again, very similar to the Just a Kiss eyeshadow in gloss form. They also came out with a second gloss. It's more of like an iridescent pinky blue white shift to it. So if you guys like that a little bit more, that's a new one with this collection. This is from their first collection. This you can wear all on its own, which I know Desi did all the time when she wasn't wearing a lot of makeup, which is really pretty. Or you can put it over a lipstick, you can put it over like a lip liner, you can really do anything with it. So for today, I'm gonna do a lip liner like normal and then just apply this all over my lips since this is more intense. I really wanna see this on its own. Follow me on Instagram. Maybe I'll post a little story doing this on like a no makeup day. You can follow me here and I'll show you that on there. I'm just gonna do the Milani 04. Normally I wear 09 Spice, but that's a little dark. This one's a little bit more nude and lighter. I'm gonna line my lips with this and I'll be back to put this on. I'm gonna zoom you in. Let's do this gloss. So the applicator on this is definitely more of like that flat doe foot, which I think is really, really nice, and it kind of holds that product in that little groove. It smells like cupcakes. You guys see how pretty that is? And how reflective, but it's like you can't really see the glitter. It's just super glossy. It goes along with everything in this collection. Like the highlighter, the gloss, that eyeshadow, it's all kind of that same idea of like a wet, glossy, super chic look. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna pop some lashes on and I will close out this video with my final thoughts. And yeah, I didn't apply any falsies. I just did a coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes because I feel like the shadow is just so pretty. I don't want to do too much with lashes. I just kind of like the dramatic look this gives, and especially with my hair back. Final thoughts, as far as, I didn't get to use everything, of course, especially in the palette, but final thoughts, I am so impressed, and I feel like, especially with mattes, I think mattes are harder to be impressed with, and just shades and everything overall, and the blendability, how easy it was, the colors, everything was top notch, and I can see myself using that palette in place of my everyday palette, which right now is either my Kat Von D Shade and Light, Tarte, like shaping one. They're like just all matte browns basically, which is what I wear every day. And honestly, I can see myself completely switching out to using this every day, because those are the kind of shades I always need. I always need a base. I always need a few transitions, something a little bit darker. I really like how this adds something a little extra to it. And of course, Just a Kiss is beautiful if you want to add a little bit of glam to it. And then of course, the crazy fun colors, which we'll get to. I will film that next week for you guys, so that will be up a week from today. And yeah, I'm so happy with this purchase, because I was kind of like, oh, do I need the palette? Like, I really only wanted the gloss. I knew I would love the gloss, which I do. It's just very like my type of gloss, type of lip. I really like glossy lips. I like the gold. So this is like, I already know it's gonna love it. The highlighter I do really love, although it reminds me a lot of my Amrezy one, which I use every day, although this one I believe is sold out. I don't know if they're bringing this back, because this was also a collab. So if you weren't able to pick this up, I would totally go with this. They are very similar, like that harder type highlight, more of like a baked, very gold champagne shades, and it really gives that nice wet look, which I like a lot more than that glittery look. Good on this, and this is a little expensive. I believe this is $18, but again, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the collab, so with me being in the community, I think it's worth it. So with all that being said, I am very, very pleasantly surprised. I didn't think I was gonna hate it, but I honestly didn't think I was gonna love it this much to where I would be putting this into my makeup bag right now and using it all the time. So I cannot wait to use the green and blue in here. And so if you guys wanna see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family. We are almost at 100K subscribers. And also hit that little bell button if you guys wanna be notified every time I upload. Although I do try and upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesdays being my vlogs, and Mondays and Fridays being main channel videos like this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by, and I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!